Okay, hi, welcome back to today's episode of Real Handsome. Episode 29 is going to be extremely depressing. Oh wait, no it's not. It's about to be the best fucking episode you've ever heard.
Let's go.
You're here with me, Jeremiah Jenkins, Sam, Ethan, Drew, shirtless form of Drew.
Sasha.
Is this your second form?
This is my first time presenting skin, and I will be going as Sasha today.
This is second evolution, Drew.
You know, dude, like Russians that are named Alexander, like their name is like also Sasha somehow.
Like, is that
That's
like
my
the
roommate,
Robert?
Sasha.
Is that like the Bob
your
of
roommate,
Robert,
really?
though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that like a shortened
So
term?
you're saying their name is actually like Dinchiri Diri,
Dimitri.
but
Well,
I
it's
go by
Dimitri.
Sasha.
No, it's Alexander, but they're just people just call them Sasha.
It's
Are you
gotta
sa-
be.
Is it similar to how like Asian students come to like American
No.
universities and they have like Americanized names instead of like their actual like
No, it's not like that. It's
born
literally
name?
just their name is just Sasha for some reason. Sorry to get us on a wild tangent.
You guys all
right
got
away.
headphones on and I don't.
Yeah.
I feel
You virgin.
like I'm the odd man out here.
You are.
Now you
Yeah.
gotta start.
You are
Literally.
Now you gotta start.
real sad.
Start with
current
wait,
event.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, current event. Trey Parker, Matt Stone. I think I got those names right. Creators of South Park.
Mm-hmm.
Signed on through season 30, $900 million contract.
It's a lot of money.
That's insane.
12 like made for streaming movies on Paramount Plus. South Park is here to stay, ladies and gentlemen.
30 seasons? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, they already
I think
have like how many seasons? Like 25 or something.
Oh,
It just doesn't sound real.
has it been out longer than Family Guy?
I don't know because Family Guy got canceled like early
Yeah.
on, and then they came back a
The
year or two
reboot.
later. I don't know.
I'm just gonna create a new narrative right now. They premiered on the exact same day of the same year.
Exactly the same.
Yep.
Same as
day.
The Simpsons too.
No,
Yeah,
the
same
Simpsons.
day.
The Simpsons premiered the day before.
Oh, damn.
That's why it's the oldest.
Yeah, it's only
$900
slightly.
million though. Does that get split up between the two, or is it they both get a nice little check for $900 million, or is it like?
It
I bet
gets-
it's spanned out.
And then also it goes to them, and then they use that money to pay
Producers.
their employees
Yeah.
and shit.
No, I
It
think
trickles down the tree
Yeah.
of
it gets
wealth.
split up three ways. Matt gets 300 million, Trey gets 300 million, and then Biden gets 300 million to create super soldiers.
That's what I heard. It's in the fine print,
Biden. Soda! You like that video?
What was that?
dude.
There's a meme, dude. You don't get it. I just trolled you guys.
Sick. What's your current event?
No context soda.
To be honest with you, I just completely forgot, so let me scroll back in this page.
It's hard to forget about the first thing that we talk about.
I was thinking about Joe Biden, dude. Oh. So in London, they're opening up a KFC hotel.
Oh, they have a Taco Bell hotel in Palm Springs.
I don't
Aren't they owned by the same people?
Yeah, I think so. Like Yum Corporation.
Yeah,
whatever it
something
is.
like that. But they KFC hotel decked out.
Hot tub filled with gravy, right?
That would be sick. I
Like-
think.
or like a gravy lazy river.
Yeah, just all you can eat gravy.
Dude, lazy gravy.
But they
river.
have a button literally in the middle of the room that says "press for more chicken." One like
What?
a big like evil button.
For more chicken?
Yeah,
like a doomsday button.
Dude, what if the
Yeah.
walls are just made of chicken skin?
it
now,
just
the chicken has to be all inclusive.
I feel it has to come with the room.
Unlimited chicky.
Unlimited chicken.
That just sounds like
The
the
bed
Sounds
is
pretty
just
cool.
the worst ideal situation for like an obese person.
The bed, your pillows are biscuits.
They're
your
buckets.
sheets are like I don't know,
Cheese.
Yeah.
Your alarm clock is like a 30 piece.
Dude.
It doesn't even ring.
It's
It
like
just
in
pops.
it's in the bucket and you have to reach down through the chicken.
And it doesn't even like
It doesn't
do what
stop.
an alarm
No, you have
clock
to
does.
eat. You have
It
to
just
eat
sits
10
there.
drumsticks.
The alarm is just the colonel like yelling at you.
Dude, if
Get up and get more chicken.
if I went there, I would make like everything like a joke. I would be the most annoying person. Like I would walk in, I'd be like, "Hi, my name is Cole. I have a reservation. What time can I check in?" I'd be like, this looks like a great hotel. I hope the colonel doesn't stop in.
Dude.
It's funny you brought that up because the check-in is literally the chicken.
Yeah.
That's what they called it in the hotel.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm right.
Yeah. You had the idea down, so you're already the meme.
Yeah.
You're already fitting the persona that's coming in.
I am London KFC hotel.
You walk into the hotel and just like literally everything's chicken.
Yeah.
Everything's like a bucket of chicken.
The floor is
your
chicken.
yeah, everything's just chicken. Like they don't even try to like tiptoe around it. They just straight up say like, you come in here,
And it's chicken.
you get fucking chicken.
The soda
here.
machine is just different types of gravy.
Yeah, but like the soda machine's like chicken.
It's chicken.
They give you
Like
overly
It's
chicken.
literally-
Drumsticks that you push.
Chicken.
You push down like the drumstick, and
No,
it-
it's not even like
Taking a shower?
Chicken. It's not even like chicken shaped or like everything is literally just chicken.
disgustingly. Oh
No.
my god, I'd vomit.
taking a shower and just
chicken.
chicken grease and just
dude, I literally feel
your soap. Is
I'm already like
chicken.
hungover and feel this like
Drumstick.
void in myself, and it just got way bigger. Like I feel the hole in my chest just got bigger talking about that.
oh,
I feel better talking about that.
cholesterol going up.
That room is yours
That
for
fried chicken.
$150 a night.
Ooh.
That's not bad.
I don't know what it includes. Once
All
again, I don't know
chicken.
what it has to.
Yeah.
Do the prostitutes dressed as Colonel Sanders, are they included as well?
The Colonel Sandy Toots.
Just
I don't know, dude.
mustaches, like
They're
full
top
blown
tier.
Colonel Sanders. But they pick you up. The funniest part was they pick you up from the airport in the Colonel Mobile.
Oh, this is wait. They do.
This is
not
all
okay.
part of it. I think
right.
it is.
In the Colonel Mobile.
Is filled with chicken.
So
Of
next
course.
next we have to talk about who is excited to go. Like what's the archetype?
Fat Americans.
Fat Americans?
It
Let's
has
get
to
more
be.
specific.
Southern fat Americans.
Divorced?
Yeah.
No,
Did
I
you already
think
say
a
where
couple's
you-
night to the
couples?
the KFC mansion would be kind of fun.
I can imagine this though as being a problem where it's like these fat Southern Americans that we're describing are angry because they're like, I'm not going to fucking London to stay at the
London.
chicken hotel.
Is it in London?
London.
London,
Oh,
England.
That makes even less sense.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why.
it's very-
well, it's a
What?
It's a tourist attraction.
Right.
Like at that point,
What?
you're not funneling fat
Dude,
Americans through this thing.
It's propaganda from the UK government. That's what it is, dude.
There it is.
They
dude.
go literally every UK person that goes in there is like, oh, it's what America's like then.
Everything's
Nice.
chicken.
Of
Everything's
course.
chicken in America.
These fat fucks got chicken for furniture.
Everything's deep fried.
Everything's chicken, isn't it?
Dude, think about the people in Kentucky that just feel the ultimate spite right
Yeah.
now. They just got literally shat on and forgotten about and locked in a closet to die.
KFC is not the superior chicken place, so
Kentucky's got Lake
Get outta here.
Cumberland, couldn't get the
Yeah.
KFC
Yeah.
hotel.
They spent all of their money on Lake Cumberland.
Oh, dude, fuck that.
all right. Enough
You want-
chicken
yeah.
talk.
I'll move on. Mine's sick. This is just something really random that I just thought about. I want to see if you guys think it's funny. This is not my current event. This is just something I just thought about. So okay, wait. If you just don't capitalize the B in LeBron's name and you capitalize the R instead, his name becomes LeBron, which is funny. Like, but my current event. Shut up, Drew.
I think that is hilarious. It is funny. Like the capitalization completely throws off.
Yeah, LeBron.
He wouldn't be LeBron.
If we called him Ron,
He'd be left in the dust.
whatever.
Dude, that would be he's wrong.
He's
to us.
Ron. Yeah.
It would change everything.
All right, but my current event is apparently they're auctioning off a piece of wedding cake from Princess Diana's wedding.
What?
It's a 40-year-old piece of cake. It's
Ew.
presumably in pristine condition.
Bullshit.
And the best part is they're auctioning it off for $400.
Oh, wait.
Literally, let's buy it
Yeah.
and get and put
We
it
should- yeah,
on
what
the
are we
table.
No, we're gonna eat it.
Dude,
No,
it's
on
so-
live
it's
TV.
so
That's our
cheap.
prop. That's our
My
next
fir-
big prop.
My first question was: you said it was like pristine condition, so is it edible or not? My plan
I
was
think
to
probably
eat it, but
not.
now hearing
Yeah, that's
how
what I
cheap
wanted
it
to
is-
say.
It's 40 years old. I don't think you should eat it.
But
But
now
we
that
have
it's
to.
only $400, we should just get it and have it in the middle of the table.
No.
Plop
and,
it
and
right
not
there.
Eat it.
We
and keep it.
we reenact cake fart with the Princess
No,
Diana cake and
no.
just absolutely no pun intended shit on all the British people.
You said it's a wedding cake.
Well, she's Princess of Wales, but yeah, it is Britain, right?
Is it technically Britain?
Dude, the price
Wasn't
point
her like
just doesn't
title
make
like
sense.
Princess of Wales or some shit?
all I
Dude, they all
know.
got like the Duke of like Worcester sauce.
Yeah.
Like they got everything. They got all different types of
What a
titles,
duke.
dukes, duchesses,
Fucking
all the jazz.
the Duchess of Saxophone.
But
Duke
so you're saying
Nukem.
this bitch's cake outlived her?
That's mental.
like wildly outlived her.
As
Oh,
British people would
no.
say, that is mental.
Oh no,
That is mental.
problematic. We should buy it and keep it in pristine condition. I think that was a great
Yeah.
idea.
I just don't get the price point.
If that thing stays here, dude, it's
Yeah.
getting fucked up.
When you said that this is the best part, that it's $400, were you thinking it would be cheaper or more?
Oh, I thought it was
when
going to be
like a
so
lot?
much more expensive.
I was envisioning hundreds of thousands.
I was
in my
envisioning
mind.
like $1 million.
Are
Million
they
would
selling
make
it
sense.
in like the European? Oh, not the European. The British currency. Because I don't know if they still.
It's
use
like
the euro or
300
Yeah, they
quid.
do.
It's
Okay.
300
Oh, it's
quid.
It's Wales. That's right.
Well, no, it's
Quid.
no quid is what they use in.
Quid,
The
I think, is
UK.
the it's
I think
pounds.
Yeah, but I think you call pound quid.
All I know is the U.S. dollar, baby.
Quick ignorant history lesson. I don't think British people use the euro because they left the
Yeah.
European Union.
That's correct. But I think
Because
you
the phrase
quid.
Brexit, and
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
know what
dude,
even
it's
Brexit
like
is, but
a couple of
that's what it
quid.
is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's just slang. Like
Oh,
the way
okay.
that you would refer to like a couple of bucks.
Is pounds just more literal?
That's
Like,
literally what it's called.
It's a pound.
pound. Yeah,
Okay.
So like $400. How many quid is that?
300, I think.
Ah,
How many pieces of fried chicken is
we
that?
could drop some quid on.
I
'em.
do
Yeah.
know. I think stone is 16 pounds. If you want a quick conversion, they
That's
use
stone.
stone.
Dude, yeah,
as
we
another measurement.
deep podcast lore with this exact topic came up, I think, on episode 2. You can go back and listen to that. We talked about how British people fucking use rock
even
as a
rem-
fucking
yeah.
or stone, whatever the fuck,
It's either
whatever.
14 or 16 pounds, but
Next current event, maybe.
I think
Yeah.
we should go to my current event.
that's incredible, though. I was to top it off. I was
Hey,
envisioning.
shut up.
I was
Hey, shut
envisioning
the
a
fuck
lot
up.
more money over here.
Yeah, so that was my
A lot
Yeah,
more.
We're gonna.
Hey,
buy
do you have
that
any
shit.
other thoughts about that?
I think we should buy it, and I think we should sit on it.
Great. Okay, here's my current event. These researchers in the ocean found a yellow sponge and a pink star, like right next to each other.
That's awesome.
Lies.
Picture here.
Oh, there you go. There's the picture
And,
you're talking about.
It was funny though, because the article, like, obviously it's playful, it's funny, in reference to SpongeBob, but they talk about in the article how the starfish is actually there to start to devour the sponge. So
My childhood is ruined.
it plays into some cannibalism lore for our SpongeBob fans out there. But apparently, like, starfish do feed on sponges.
Dude, that's interesting. I feel like the writers of SpongeBob must have known about that fucking relationship between sponges and starfishes, and then ironically made them best friends.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm giving them credit.
That's a cursed TikTok that we should film.
yeah, the picture's pretty funny though, because the sponge is like 30 times bigger than the starfish. But
Wow.
but you know, Patrick's hungry.
He's a hungry
Yeah,
boy.
He's a real hungry fish. Star.
My immediate thought was
Starfish.
like, it's too good to be true. These things were just like placed there by somebody, but it sounds like it's just a naturally occurring thing that
Yeah.
they could find it anywhere.
What if it was just a dish sponge? beside a
Na-
starfish.
just nail gunned into the rock,
See
dude?
if I can find it.
It's it is a little bothersome. Is that the right word?
Here's the
Oh,
pic.
wow.
That let me turn it over here.
It looks
Oh
just,
my God.
just like the cartoon.
The sponge is huge.
Wow. Wait, so that little ass starfish is going to devour that like massive sponge?
It says, in all likelihood, the reason that starfish is right next to sponge is because sponge is just about to be devoured, at least in part.
Holy shit!
Whoa.
I'm curious what nutrients a sponge fucking has.
But the sponge has chemical defenses.
Oh,
So
it's a fight. It's a real
So-
fight.
the reality is a little crueler than perhaps. Yeah, that's my current event.
Who would you pick, SpongeBob or Patrick,
In a
In the
real
fight?
fight?
in a real fight?
Chemical defense versus hungry starfish.
Chemical defense.
Give me Patrick.
Oh, no.
No. You want
Dude,
the
Patrick
Did you see how big the sponge was?
Did you see the candy bar episode when he eats his candy bar, forgets he eats, and then eats his hand, and he's like, "You ate my motherfucking candy bar,
You ate
son."
my candy.
Dude, that is so funny though when he's just like, he eats it and then he's like, "Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll eat my candy bar," and then just goes to eat
Eats his hand. It is. I think he'd get like a couple munches in and wither away. Unfortunately, we need a Nat Geo filming of.
I'm sure there's gonna be
What's
an
going
update.
on there?
Yeah, there has
There
to
must
be.
be.
Next thing you know,
They
it's
can't be
just a
teasing us like
starfish
that.
like flipped over on its back beside the
Yeah.
sponge.
The next update is a squirrel down there.
Yeah.
Could you
What the fuck's
imagine?
going on here? There's a crab walks up.
Oh, dude, Crab's got a bill in his hand.
Have you guys seen that the documentary, like the My Octopus Teacher?
I think
No.
we watched
Thing.
it.
No.
But like, yeah, it's just about this dude who becomes like basically in love with an octopus and like watches it every single day, dives down and watches it. But like that version of that documentary, but with the sponge and this starfish, the dude's just going down there visiting them every day.
That movie's a joke. To top it off, I thought it
Oh.
was terror. When you
It
mentioned,
won an Oscar.
I know, but he mentioned like it's on the verge of him just fucking this.
Dude, it
The
is like it's
squid.
1 degree away from being like
A
a,
hentai.
TLC documentary, like where it's like a hentai.
I don't know. It's just envisioning like
It is 1 degree away
weird-
from being like, oh, how I fell in love with this
a squid,
Yeah.
an octopus. Sorry, since they're not the same.
All right. I'm feeling real motivated this week. Had a few of what they call epiphanies, you know, thoughts that just come to you, sudden realization of great truth, word to the Simpsons movie. And epiphanies dealing with stuff that I've been writing, a feature that's kind of been in the tank, the mixing tank for the past like 2.5 years. And there's a competition that I like to submit to. And that actual deadline is at the end of this month. So I'm feeling motivated, putting finishing touches on some stuff, working on other stuff, just mad motivated. Having the epiphany, there's nothing better. When thoughts just come together and align up in the perfect way. One of my favorite, not quotes, but I guess interview answers from a screenwriter that I admire is Aaron Sorkin saying that a lot of the time he's actually spent writing or like prepping the actual piece that he's doing, it's really just him sitting on the couch thinking and watching TV, thinking about characters in his head. And I think that that's a hopeful piece of experience or an anecdote to how somebody writes that I think gives hope to writers that deal with days where they feel like they haven't gotten anything done or actually written anything specifically. Sometimes you just need that time to fucking sit there and just think about shit. Think it through in depth. I find that I think deeply in driving. And I'm increasing my carbon footprint without a doubt in my car.
Spilling that
Spending money on
CO2.
gas and putting all that shit. I mean, but Elon, send me a Tessie. I'll be putting out less natural gas into the ozone. But yeah, spend my time thinking in the car, and that's where the epiphany came. Some lines connected. That's it. Real motivated this month, or this week at least, until the motivation dissipates next week, and then I'll come up with excuses why I didn't do what I wanted to do.
Very good.
Yeah.
I like how you know what happens.
Yeah.
You're very
True to yourself. Something like that.
I don't know. I'll think of the word.
Yeah, nice. Good word.
There you go. That's the word. Drew, you're up.
I'm feeling real backed up. I went camping this weekend, Put-in Bay, Ohio. It's near Cleveland.
Did you drive a golf cart around?
Yeah, we got a 6-person golf cart. And it was just a madhouse there, dude.
It's
It's
mental.
a crazy place.
The longest bar is there.
The longest bar. We went to the longest bar.
How was that?
I'm not too sure. I'm not very confident in like my observations because I was focused on me being so backed up by shit and piss.
So backed up.
Like, dude.
So your weekend was, I guess, truncated or cut short by the excrements.
The excrements, it just like is an ailment, honestly, at some points. Like,
Damn, yeah.
it just gets in the way of things. You'll just be having a great time and all of a sudden it gets, you start edging and you go through the whole process. You have to tell all your friends you're about to leave the pool because it's about to be a scene, and then you got pissed with it, and you just go and you go find a bathroom like 2 bars down, and then you drunkenly don't know where they are anymore and have to find your way back. Yeah, no, I just think having to shit in any situation where you're at a bar, it sucks.
I agree.
It sucks.
I had to remove myself from a bar like 2 weekends ago because I had to go shit somewhere.
Right.
Dude, but let's get this straight. Do y'all piss in pools? I'll come clean, bro.
Yeah.
I'll piss in a pool.
Yeah.
I was
piss.
gonna
Everybody
say,
does.
I think
Yeah.
75% of the pool water in
Is
every
piss.
single
Yeah.
place in
Has to
Put-in
be.
Bay was
Pee.
piss
And beer.
and herpes.
And that's just like part of the fun. Like I think it's just part of the excitement.
No.
Yeah.
The
It's gross.
evasion.
I swish
of
it around in my
germs.
mouth.
I like to not think about it.
I swish it around in my mouth and squirt it in other people's faces.
Yeah, and undoubtedly
Drinking the
there's
pool water.
people that don't make it, who have to shit, and they probably are getting some dribbles in the pool too.
Little dookie in the
So-
pool.
Dude, that was always the scariest shit back in the day when they had to clear the pool. 'Cause some shit, yeah, like and then they bring out the
Floater.
test kit and they're dropping water like on
Oh,
the pH
dude.
papers. Like how bunked out is this water right now? We're gonna have to drain the whole
How
bitch.
legally safe can we
Dude.
They bring in
make
the
this?
scientist on standby making $75,000 a year to
Dude,
realign the pH in the pool.
Dr.
Absolute
Fauci.
deuce floating in the pool, dude. They're gonna have to bunk out the water, drain the bitch, and get out of there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so real backed up and still am. Had Arby's and Taco Bell this morning.
No budging? Not a budge.
No.
You need to take like a laxative. You need to step
No.
it up a notch.
No, just going to let it build. Let it ride.
Do you guys have anything that you take that like ease your poops or like at least be a catalyst for a poo? For me, it's like I'll not wake up in the morning, because it's usually in the afternoon. I'll have a cup of coffee, and it's like almost instant shit. Like without fail, the body amazes me with its ability to just, I don't know, fucking
It's nicotine
cater my
and
poop
coffee.
schedule out based off a coffee drink.
Yeah.
Like the smell of it too. Like the smell of coffee, not the smell of the shit. The smell of the coffee.
Your
makes
shit doesn't
me
make
want
you
to shit.
make you want to shit even more.
And
And this
starts
is
the
poop
process.
talk with E.
It starts the whole process when you get that smell going. It's pretty Freudian.
Yeah.
Pretty Freudian.
You need to take
That
something.
was a great segment, guys.
You need to take something.
Hey, it was mine. Okay.
Take something.
I'm not taking anything.
my all right, real pogue. All right,
Pogue?
I'm behind on this one. Outer Banks fucking rules.
Oh,
John B is the shit. I'm only one episode in. I watched the first episode this morning, but that show is awesome. And I'm going to binge watch it so hard, dude. The battle between the Pogues and the Kooks is
I can't believe the names,
incredible.
dude.
John B is everything.
I mean, it's modern day. What's the film I'm thinking of?
Princess Bride.
No,
The Devil Wears Prada.
I can't think of it. The two dance-off teams, the Sharks and the Jets. Why
Oh.
am I blanking?
West Side Story?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not really.
That was my only
There's no
parallel to not watching
I'm
it.
pretty sure there's no treasure in West Side Story, and there's a lot of treasure in Outer Banks.
Are they pirates?
No,
Then wait,
they're just like kids in the Outer Banks, and they're fucking.
just searching for treasure. Sound like the Goonies.
Wait, what makes you think it's pirates?
Because they're
Yeah, well,
looking
yeah.
for treasure.
What?
Why?
Well, they're just looking for a treasure, because they stumble into like a. Like,
Oh, I see.
They're looking for their shekels and the fucking ruby eye of.
It's not
Whatever
that
the
type.
fuck
It's
his
not
name
that
is.
type of treasure.
What kind of treasure is it?
It's
They're-
like
they're looking for chunk.
well, they're looking.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of there's like a sunken ship or something. I don't
Oh, what?
know. It's not like pirates, dude.
Oh,
It's-
get the fuck
they're, like,
out of
Searching
here!
for they're looking for
Outta
they're
here.
looking for treasure at a sunken ship, but they're
But
not.
they're not pirates.
All right, debunk this. This whatever the fuck it is stinks.
I really have no skin in the game with Outer Banks. I haven't watched it really. To me, I'm not the biggest fan of like these YA shows that I feel like if that show wasn't on Netflix, it'd be on the CW and I would scoff at it.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what
if
I'm
I-
at. That's where
scroll
I'm
by
at.
it.
I
No, that's
think.
how I feel too, and I'm like,
But now you've
watching
changed
it
after watching.
Well, I mean, I watched so many of those shows, and like while I'm watching them, I'm like, this is dumb. This is like clearly like very like watchable television, and it's like basically like young adult fiction, like you're saying.
terrible
But
actors.
dude, the shows are always good.
Oh,
This
I was
show-
gonna take a stab at what YA meant, but you just told me.
Yeah.
oh,
Damn.
young
Yeah.
actors.
I was gonna say young
no, it's not young
adolescent.
actors.
What
It's-
is it?
It's like young adult, like the Hunger.
Oh, okay,
The Hunger
okay,
Games
okay,
would be
okay.
like young adult.
That's considered like teens.
The Hunger
Yeah.
Games.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Hunger Games.
Hunger
Yeah.
Games and Outer Banks are not comparable.
Yeah,
No,
it's pretty similar.
I think
yeah.
in age range,
similar
but Cole's
genre.
watching it
Things
over
like
here.
things like the Hunger Games, the Maze Runner,
Yeah,
the Outer
those are like
Banks,
Oh.
these
well,
are all YA.
That feels different because those are like the cliche like dystopian future ones.
I see.
But
I was
yeah.
thinking more on the lines of like high school coming of age
Yeah,
thing.
that's
falls
also
in there.
young adult, but coming of age is more its own
13
thing.
Reasons Why.
Haven't seen that.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants,
How to Eat Fried Worms.
Jeans, Diary of a
Yes.
Wimpy Kid,
Yeah.
Lemonade Mouth.
Yeah, but so real Pogue, Outer Banks, I'm in on it. Pogues for life.
Poggers. It's almost Poggers. I'm gonna preface this with what I'm about to talk about has no. I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on religions, because I'm not. I know, because I had to say, because I don't want to preface it in the middle of it and make it sound like a fucking joke, because I think
Well, now we know this is not a joke.
it is a
folks.
joke, because I know I'm definitely gonna laugh halfway through this.
You're already laughing.
Yeah, I am. 'Cause
What
it
the
is good.
religions do this time?
So in our previous episode, we debunked some cultish religions. What episode was this?
Previous
Early days.
episodes.
It was cults. It was the cults one.
Oh yeah.
Islands don't float. No.
We slurp kava with John Frum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
what it
what it's
was. That's what it was.
Damn, this is giving me flashbacks when I just used to listen to you guys and be like, I hate my friends so much.
Now you
Now you
become
hate
one.
yourself
Yeah,
too,
now I
right?
hate myself. Well, I've always hated myself. Let's get that clear.
Now just adding to it. But David Dobrik has recently been canceled. I don't know if you guys watched the Vlog Squad in the early YouTube days.
Nah, fuck David Dobrik.
Do we know the smaller gentleman, Big Nick?
Absolutely
Yes.
not.
I
Yes.
do. I know Big Neck.
Walked with a limp,
Yes.
had a funky leg. It was like twisted out.
He is not big.
No,
He's small.
he's the opposite. He recently did this really like radical change into being like a very Christian based person. Like all of his TikToks and stuff that he's doing now are all like Christian heavy, like me when I find out what God's plan is for me, or like something like that. Very Christian heavy. But there is a specific video, and this is the part where I think is a joke, is these big super churches. He went into the super church. There's a video about it, of him getting his leg cured by the power of the Holy Spirit. Basically, this dude double fist palms his head a couple times, and his leg's fixed. And this is all through the power of God.
It's a powerful thing.
And I think it's bullshit. I think this premise behind like being able to cure somebody of terrible diseases is like very almost misleading in a religion, because I feel like a lot of people who are uneducated are like, oh, I'm sick, so if I go to this church, like I'm going to be cured, blah, blah, blah. I think it could be very dangerous in the sense, if it doesn't work, which it doesn't, and somebody truthfully believes in it, that it's just fucked.
Yeah, just let people believe in shit, you know?
But like,
You already in the first step is being dumb enough to believe in anything like that in the first place.
Oh, don't say that.
No. I'm saying like to believe in someone's leg being
Healed.
cured. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
so that's
Not
a
in
big
the
thing.
general
I don't want to
sense.
ostracize all of our religious
But that's
listeners.
what I'm saying is he's pushing that like you find God, whatever,
And your leg can get fixed.
and
just
whatever
Like
crippling disability you have can be cured.
mine.
And I think it's very misleading.
These are in his TikToks where he's like, "Hey guys, I started following Jesus and now my leg's fixed."
There's
Or does he
literally a
say, like,
video of him getting
praying?
fixed. No.
He's
walks.
saying like a guy like put his hand on his head and was like,
yeah,
"You're cured."
Okay.
yeah. And he's like
Gotcha.
crying, the emotional
Is
shit.
the leg
blah, blah,
actually
blah.
fixed now? Like, did he go and get surgery for
I
it?
did a little
like, 'cause
deep-
how did he actually fix it to make it seem like it was fixed? It's got to be surgery.
So he had it like twisted out, and
Yeah.
I don't know what the ability of him being able to like walk correctly for a short amount of time would be. But I like tried looking up if any video was like depicting him walking after this christening, whatever the fuck it was.
this blessing.
And all of his videos are waist up. So I think the man is just trolling us. And
I will say, religion and faith is good for people that are in dark corners and need like something to believe in a
100%.
moment. But yeah, like when you tell these people that, hey, you can come here and have like a physical ailment literally rendered non-existent anymore, that is a
is
little,
misleading as fuck. And I think
and he is doing it for views on the fact that it's
Oh.
on TikTok too. Like, bro, religion don't need to be on TikTok. I feel like that's just
but now everything's religious
on TikTok.
for him.
Oh.
Like that was the big turn, was like after the shit, it's all a religious based TikTok, which I don't have a problem with.
Wait, and this was, what was your? It was real blank. What was the real
Fake.
fake?
Yeah.
Wait, so but even if the shots are him from the waist up, can't you still tell if he has a limp?
It's him always sitting. It's not him moving. But yeah, I think you could tell definitely because the dude was like hobbling. If you ever watch a video, you can look back and he's like, it's pretty fucked. Like his leg is very prevalently twisted out. But quit hitting the algorithm, Big Nick, on TikTok. Getting those likes.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, I
Just-
feel like
just
I feel like that type
don't
of test,
do it.
Yeah.
Don't do
But
it.
no, it just made me feel weird, like pushing that narrative of, hey, you don't want diabetes anymore? Come on over. Let me slap you around a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. With the power of God.
They're just slapping you with insulin shots, like any
Yeah.
like
Little
things on
patches.
just like pricking you like Spider-Man's. Like,
You're
little things.
cured!
Yeah.
You're cured! And the next day they test. I still have diabetes. What the fuck? Where's my refund? But yeah,
dude.
real fake. Calling them out. We want you on, Big Nick. I want to watch you walk down the hallway.
This is George Bush's America for you.
Get out of here.
In plain view.
Get
God.
All right, I got something to get a little angry about for a moment. People that know me know that I'm not really like a head to the bar type of guy. I like to hang out with my friends and go out on weekends, but especially when bars are super packed, like I hate situations like that. I hate feeling like I'm claustrophobic or like stuck in a space and like can't move around. But most of all, what I fucking hate are motherfuckers that like feel like they're entitled to the space that they're in when
you were
like
telling me this last
everybody like we're all in the fucking same boat here. So like we're all kind of standing. We're at a bar last night. It's fucking shoulder to shoulder. I'm kind of just like having, I don't want to say an awful time, but
pretty terrible.
It's like, what are we doing here? The music's blasting shoulder to shoulder, but this guy and this dude's like an absolute bowling ball unitized fucking massive human. Like his entire upper body was, I don't want to call the dude fat, but he was overly husky and
Big boned.
but he was, I'm not trying to shame anybody. He was owning the body he was in, bro. He was owning the big body. But what I was hating was that standing there, like he came up to besides us, and we're already in like a area where we're kind of already having to shuffle back and forth to like let people go through. Not in the best real estate in the bar, if you will. And this dude just stands there and stares, expecting us to move out of the way for him. And when you just stand there and stare at me, I'm just going to stand there and stare right back at you. So there was a very, very strange, like awkward, like maybe 10 to 15 second moment where this dude is not very far away from us. Like I said, we're all bunched together and we're both just kind of like standing our ground looking at each other like who the fuck's gonna move. Like it turned into like being in the trenches and like
who's
World
the
War
biggest
I.
alpha male?
It was an absolute stalemate, and I didn't want the first to move dies essentially, and I didn't want to
Don't
be the
die.
one
The floor is lava.
because dude,
Yeah.
I, like how I operate in a fucking bar is like I like to be very polite. If I'm moving around people, I tap them on the shoulder and like say, "Oh,
Hey,
excuse me, I'm trying to get by." This dude was just like feeling like I got the sense of like he's expecting people to just get out of the way for him, and I guess morally disagree with that.
Which is a good thing.
I didn't.
How behemoth was this guy?
Yeah, how big?
I didn't see
He
the
wasn't
guy.
like it wasn't tall. It was like very
Wide.
stocky, wide, and like emotionless. Just like kind of like waiting for us to move. It was a very strange situation. And then, you know what? Of course I fucking fold. I turned to the side a little bit. Let this person move on.
Ethan turtled and then he gave up.
Did he stare at you as he walked by? Like that?
No. Like he just, it was fucked up because like we were standing there talking, like us, there was 3 or 4 of us, and it was just like this dude was just standing in the middle of our shit.
I can vouch. I didn't see. I was like not paying attention to this interaction, but
Yeah,
right
you
after
were-
it
you were-
happened,
yeah.
Ethan was just like, "I gotta like tell you about this."
Dude.
And I tried to like, what is the word? Like do like a reenactment of what happened. And when Ethan put me in the position and walked me through it, I was like, yeah, this is fucking annoying.
He was just alpha mailing
It's just like,
you.
yo, if you want to get by or like squeeze through or go to a different area, tap on our shoulder. Be a human. Don't be some massive mute blob of
Dude, you
meat
literally
in the
just
middle
gotta
of
do
the
thing,
bar.
like, put your hand on somebody's shoulder and be like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Would you have-
Exactly.
would
And
you
just
have
motion
been-
them out of the way slightly.
Would you have been happier or like more satisfied if he had just looked at you and been like,
And just smiled the whole time. I don't even know. At that point, it would be like I would have to like smile back at that point. Because
Right.
it's the same. Because the staring was like, okay, this dude's just staring at me. I'm just gonna have to stare at him back. If he hits me with that Joker smile, I'm gonna have to out Joker that smile. But you know what? I'm tooting my horn, and it's all kind of false because I'm the one who folded and moved at the end of the day, and I hate that. Like, there's people out there that just expect that space is allotted to them. We're all sharing this area. We're all sharing this dead space, ladies and gentlemen. And when we're all packed in like sardines, just be courteous. Maybe tap somebody on the fucking shoulder. Say, hey, you mind if I get by? Instead of like dead staring them like you're wishing or like conjuring up a spell in your head on me. You big mute blob.
You
Fuck.
fat piece of shit. You better apologize to him.
Just be nice to people while we
Yeah.
literally sit
Oh,
here
and then
and
it's- yeah,
berate
like,
shit on this
guy.
dude.
Funny, like I have all these thoughts in my head, like I'm shitting on this guy,
Just be
but
nice.
like I let him by. It's like, oh yeah, sorry guy, like yeah,
He deserves it.
Excuse me. It's always politeness when it really comes down to it, but that's what this podcast is for. Because these you can just fucking let it rip on what you're pissed about.
as
Mine's
soon as
super
you
mellow.
said packed in like sardines, my head went to the guy in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the cop who just is Flintlock Wood. That dude.
Lockwood.
Like I picture it being that guy.
Yeah. Big ass shoulders, little ass legs.
And that's what he was thinking in his head. But
I just can't believe
Ethan,
he was alpha mailing you
get out of
in
my
real
way.
time.
I don't even know what it was. It was just a strange.
It was alpha
like,
male. He wanted you to
Yeah.
get on your knees and get out of the wet.
Submissive and breedable Ethan.
Well, if there's one thing that we know about like going to
Yeah.
a bar,
But
beta
yeah.
male.
He was breeding
there's
you.
just alpha males.
You're a beta male, but it's all right.
But yeah,
Beta males are cool.
I'm beta.
It's all right.
Beta.
I think we're all beta
Is it my
males.
turn?
Yeah. Are you a beta male?
No. No way. My rant is like somewhat similar, and I'm not sure exactly what it's even about, but it is same situation and it kind of happened. It did happen at Put-in Bay when we were at a pool bar, and it's about this dude who kept asking everyone if he could buy something off of them, like everyone.
What do you mean
Like-
buy something?
Like
off
our
of them?
friend had with him a football that he was taking to every bar, and the dude's like, bro, like our first interaction with him, he came up, he's like, I'll buy that football for $30 right now.
No way.
Yeah.
Is he a hoarder?
And all of us were like, what? And he's like, $30 on the spot, take it or leave it. We're like, no.
Does he have
Yeah.
does he have like a wad of cash on him? Like just a
We're in a
fat
pool.
stack?
Yeah, like
What is he?
We're in a pool.
He like lifts his hat. He just has a stack on his head.
holding it in his sock.
We think it's bizarre, but then like we realize that I think he's like trying to make friends, because then he like sticks around the group for a little bit, and he's like, you know, trying to make some small talk, but like
You started
the
off
first
on the wrong
interaction
foot,
was
guy.
like weird.
You
So we were
started
like,
off on the wrong
but he's like
foot.
sticking around. But then as he's going away, we hear another incident. And it's him looking at another guy who's got a hat on. He's like, bro, $40 for that hat.
It's his
Does it just
pickup
keep
line.
going up by 10 every time. $50
Yeah.
for that. 60.
$150 for that drink, bartender.
All right,
It's
guy.
like overpaying for everything.
I just
thought it was funny. And then he like tried to like submit himself into the other group of people.
good for him, dude.
So like I don't really know what the rant is.
Just a weird dude.
Stick to like garage sales, buddy. I don't know. Bargain elsewhere.
How about
Yeah.
you stick
Not
to
a
a store,
fucking
bitch?
pool bar in Put-in Bay where everybody's blacked out. I've got a football for a reason. I want to play with it.
I could just see this guy whipping out like a waterproof wallet with like Velcro, like, all right, guys, and like rips it open, like, and it's got like plastic that you like peel off of it to keep it safe. And then deep in this crevice, he just whips out his 20s.
I think my impression would have been better if he had like a bunch of shit on him.
Yeah.
that he had
Like,
bought
yeah,
from
he had
other
already
people.
bought stuff.
kitted out with all the fucking garments, all the fucking little like trinkets that he's just picked up.
He's got like a Michael Phelps like cap on, but it's like got a shark fin on it.
Like 30,
Holy
swimming
shit.
set of
30
goggles.
He
bracelets.
comes up with like 6,000 armbands and shit.
You go up to the bartender, you're just like, who is that guy? It's like, oh, that's just Craig. Like, he's been here since
It is
been, like,
his
6.
thing.
That's
Spends
just what he
thousands a weekend.
That's bargain Bob. Just try to
He's
just look away.
Go
he's
to a
never-
yard sale, guy.
He's never not there.
That's
Bartering.
incredible.
I'll buy that Jesus piece for $6,000.
Would you have responded better if he was like, "You want to toss that ball?"
Yeah, maybe.
That would have been tight.
Maybe.
I'm just curious. Like, where's the line where you actually
It would have
interact
been.
with this dude?
It would have been funny if we did toss, and then he's like,
This is a nice
tossing
ball.
it.
He's like,
He's
this
like-
is a really nice
like-
ball.
Ooh. He's like, this feels good.
Just, I really like the way this ball makes me feel. Like, I feel powerful
like,
with it. It's Kevin
man.
Garnett in Uncut Gems.
This makes me
Yeah.
feel. This
Yeah.
makes me.
He's Uncle Rico, dude.
This
Why
is a
the
piece of
fuck would
home.
you show me it if I can't have it?
Yeah. Dude.
This is a piece of home.
Oh no, you actually can't have that. Why?
$30.
Why?
But yeah,
Incredible, dude. I'd love to meet that man.
bargain Bobby.
Good pickup line, if that's what you want to call it. Opening line. I don't know. Cole.
Crazy.
So
Complain.
I'm gonna combine two things because I had an initial one, but then right before we started recording, something else. Guys, rant worthy to say the least. So sometimes when I'm driving in my car, I like to listen to music, right? And I play a song, and I'm like, not this one. Skip to the next one. And then I'm like, don't want to listen to this one either. And then I'm just skipping song after song after song. And I'm like, why do I favorite these songs on Spotify if I'm just never going to actually listen to them? It's like I'll listen to like the same fucking 10 things over and over again.
Yeah.
And that gets annoying as hell. And I feel like by the time I find a song that I like, it's like over. It's going to be over in 3 minutes. I'm going to be skipping around looking for something to listen to. So I was dealing with that today. And then we get here, we're ready to record. And then Drew's like, someone needs to come pick me up 30 minutes away.
He doesn't have a driver's license.
Yeah, Drew got his driver's license revoked.
Bargain Bob. Bob my
Yeah.
license.
Hey, I'll buy that your license off you for $60.
So I go and pick up Drew, and now I'm in the car for 30 minutes after I'm already fucking pissed. And I'm like, I can't even find something to listen to.
You can't even be fake pissed, dude. As soon as you pick me up, you got a smile on your face. Don't
Yeah.
even lie.
Whatever. I'm having an awful day. Talking to you made me feel a little bit better.
Wait, your awful day is because you can't find the right music?
No.
Okay.
I'm just having a bad day in general, but I don't want to talk about that. I just want to talk about the
I feel
music.
that's rant worthy, but that's up to you.
Also,
Also, you had a passenger in the car when you're skipping all these songs. So
Well, actually,
But yeah.
when you were in the car, I wasn't.
Worst DJ ever.
When I was
I'm like, what's going on?
I
All you
wasn't
hear is
skipping
the,
that
all
many
you hear is
songs.
the Spotify.
I wasn't skipping that many songs when you were in the car.
I
you
noticed.
got in and I played a song like right away.
Yeah, but then you got to this point where you're like.
But also, it's
I
like,
this
okay, what do you want me to
one,
do? Just
this
pander
one.
to you and play like "What's Wrong"?
Well,
Or
I am your guest.
He is
I
the
do have days like that where it's like, oh
co-passenger.
my god, nothing sounds
Nothing
good.
sounds good.
What's Wrong is a great song.
Do
Yeah.
you feel that your passenger in your car is a guest?
Sure.
So what do you do with a guest?
I played a Thundercat and Kendrick song that you liked.
I did like it.
Then he skipped 58 songs.
Took your star rating up a half star.
Yeah.
rating. How was the Uber?
Colby and B. 3.5
Whatever.
stars.
Also, Drew gets in my car. I literally have to go fucking pick him up. And he gets in my car and he just slams the sunroof thing like shut with so much aggression. And I was like, okay, calm the fuck down for a second. I want that open.
No, you were just like, I'm having a terrible day. You can't do that.
You can.
We're just living in Cole's playbook, bro.
No.
The
okay.
playbook.
Whatever. Go back to play.
Cole's terrible Sunday playbook. Brought to you every Sunday by Cole and his playbook.
I've had a bad couple of Sundays lately. I'll say that. And I do love to complain.
What's the Monday playbook look like? Get back on track.
Even worse. No. I gotta get back on track.
Even
I
more depressed.
I edit the video and then, like I do
Feel
other
a little
shit.
joy.
Yeah.
Feel a little production.
Yeah.
Put a picture here of you really sad.
Oh, okay, that was me really sad.
With the filter
You
on.
crying, maybe like a teardrop or something.
Yeah, I'll do that. But yeah.
But yeah. Speaking of driving, this is a great segue. The driving in Ohio, I think, has just gotten shittier and shittier. I feel like this is just karma, but I've been watching a lot of like car crash compilations because I think dash cam videos are just really entertaining. Russian dash cam videos, to be more specific, but I feel like I'm really just putting a curse on myself of getting my car butt fucked by something and just ruining my day.
Hold on.
What?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You're putting yourself on the track of your car getting butt fucked by watching Russian.
I think I'm putting bad
Russian-
karma into I'm putting bad energy.
I see. Yeah,
I
there's
see.
such a thing as negative manifestation, and by watching all these videos, you could be like putting yourself in the headspace where it's like you're looking for those situations on the road, and by doing that, somehow you could end up in a fucking.
So you're
crash
trying to
yourself.
avoid it.
And right after I watched one, I literally got in my car and somebody like turned left in front of me from like the opposing lane across me, and I almost fucked him up. Too bad I'm a god at driving.
But
Swerved
didn't.
out, Dom
But
Toretto
I just
style.
yeah. Did I what?
But didn't.
But I didn't.
Is this the but didn't section?
But yeah, and fun fact, just to prove how even more shitty driving is, at some point I have to move to Tennessee, and Tennessee does not fucking require you to do an in-car to get your license.
Oh,
wait,
you can just flip it.
Sorry, what you do have to do, or you
You don't.
you don't?
You just take a written test,
Good.
and then you jump in a car, and you hit some kids.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I remember my pits being full of sweat during
In
that
the in-car.
My first in-car, my dude just takes me to the inner city Columbus.
Perfect.
And he's telling me about corners where people like sell crack. He's like, just, you want to avoid these, young fella.
Holy shit.
I was like, shit.
That
It was
is
actually a
fucking
pretty
hilarious.
like
Yeah.
it
Little
was,
tour.
I was such a young rascal at the time. I don't think I took it in very well, but in retrospect, it was a cool move.
An
I
OG
guess.
was just laying down some knowledge in the in-car.
He was.
If you want to sell some crack, you got to jump on this corner, fella.
Yeah, I mean,
should've gotten into the
he might have
crack
sprinkled in some of that too.
Some tips and tricks for pushing weight.
But
yeah.
But
So I'm
yeah.
real excited to go to Tennessee and cause a real car accident.
You're moving to the home of Isaiah Rashad. The hometown. That's your Isaiah Rashad fact of the day.
Hometown, baby. And whatever the fuck his name is, I still don't know how to pronounce it. YG Tut?
Tut.
Yeah, he's
Like
on
King Tut?
He's on the new album as well. He's a new good boy.
Ooh.
But yeah.
But yeah.
Fuck these drivers.
Segment. What's our segment?
Free segment, rando segment.
Fears.
Oh yeah, top fears.
What are you guys afraid of?
Where to begin, honestly? Holy fuck.
I'm shaking just thinking
Dude.
about it.
I'm terrified of wasp and bees. I'm not gonna lie.
I've noticed this.
You guys have seen me around them, and like I've said it to people, and they don't believe me. Like I turn into a terrified little boy. More so wasp. Bees also freak me out, but bees are chill. They do shit for the environment, and like they're good for flowers and honey, and I don't know, like they do shit.
It's their last hurrah too. They at
Dude,
least die after.
Wasps are like so scary, and like I've been stung a bunch of times, so it's not like I'm like afraid of like what if. I'm like desensitized almost to the stings. I'm just terrified.
You're
of
not
them.
allergic, are you?
No.
Oh, okay. I was
Fortunately.
gonna say that'd be a good reason
But-
to be deathly afraid.
Those fears are just a cop out, because my real fear is being forgotten. I'm terrified that I will be dust in the wind one day. No legacy.
You will be.
This podcast will be
Nobody-
I mean,
playing
it'll
in a couple
happen.
years.
I'm terrified that secretly everybody hates me. I'm scared that of being left out of things, not like a FOMO thing, but like literally just that everybody hates me and doesn't care about me, and I will be forgotten, not only by the people close to me, but all of human history.
What's this guy's name again?
Who are we talking to?
That's-
What's
yeah.
up, dude?
Nothing but
Shit.
a pile of dust.
Yo,
Nothing
this,
but
this podcast will live well after we're dead. So people can listen back to it and retroactively cancel us 50, 100 years in the future.
We just need our children to keep paying the RSS feed so we can keep getting posted.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just keep it going. Keep it.
Renew the
Playing.
feed.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Renew the feed. That is a terrible fear.
Yeah.
It's very
It's pretty
daunting.
legitimate.
You guys
Yeah.
like me, right?
You're seeking recognition, or no?
I agree though.
No,
like
I don't like you.
a lot of
I
my,
like you.
a lot of the biggest fears, like my like stupid fear would be like spiders or centipedes. Without a doubt, those things disgust me. Similarly with wasps and shit like that. I used to be afraid of them as a kid, but now as an adult, like I don't really give a fuck. It's always for me. It's just be still and don't fuck with them. They won't fuck with you. But I've had the pleasure of never being stung before, so
Been stung
so
so
I'm
many
not
times.
afraid. I don't know what to be afraid of.
How many
necessarily.
times are we talking?
I've been stung probably like 3 or 4 times by bees, maybe like 6 times by wasp, and one time at a swimming meet, I crushed a wasp nest that was underneath a fence with my hand, and I got stung like a bunch of times in my hand. But I still competed in the race, and I actually won that heat, so that was pretty sick.
You should watch this video of this dude that he's a hillbilly. And
Well,
he
like Coyote Peterson, something.
kind of. I mean, he's just a hillbilly, like a legit hillbilly country boy. You see him
And he
like
crushes
reach up into the corner and he eats it?
I hated that.
And he
I hate
ate
that
it?
Video. That freaked me out.
oh my god.
But yeah, other than those like basic like insect, like of course fears, legitimate fears, the fear of going blind is both fascinating and just very daunting to me. I would just be so afraid to lose my eyesight, and I always think about like what it is like to be blind, and especially to be blind from birth, and therefore like your perception of reality is totally up to like your imagination. Like if you were born without sight, you have no context as to like what anything looks like other than feel. So that's, I don't know, losing sight, massive fear. there's a big fear of death that I have, and I think that's just natural that everybody, of course, has. The fear of, similar to what Cole's saying, like being minuscule or irrelevant in the grand scheme of like everything, which honestly I think the way to cope with that is to just accept that everybody's fucking irrelevant. Like even our most important people, like that we read about in the textbook, like in the scheme of the universe that's ever expanding, like they mean nothing as well.
Yeah.
It's just it's the context that we have and what's important. So I don't know. It's usually the existential fears, like taking away a pillar in my life is usually like be it sight, life, or anything like that. Biggest fears for sure.
I feel like going from already experiencing it to not experiencing it like at all is scary as fuck, rather than it just happening. That's what you were born with. Like you were born blind to begin with, but to like lose this is fucked to think about.
What do you guys think about fear of heights too? Like everybody talks about fear of heights.
I was terrified of heights when I was a little kid.
Yeah, like for me, it's never been a fear of the height. If anything, I'm just intrigued by like looking down. And then we might have talked about this again. This seems like a best ofs episode. We keep referencing things we talked about before, but like there's like that interest in looking over the ledge, or
I hate it.
looking like off the side of a cruise ship, or just staring into the void, or like the deep like distance to the ground. Like I've never been afraid of it, but just so like, oh my God, like one step and you could be.
It makes me terribly uneasy.
Lights out.
But you're contained though.
Yeah.
I feel like your fear of heights and what you're thinking of and like what you're probably afraid of is like being at the top of a fucking tree, like with no harness, no nothing on.
I'm not afraid of it anymore though. Like
I feel like it does come.
I climbed a bunch of trees when I was a little kid. It's more like the ledge thing that Ethan was talking about.
Yeah.
Grand Canyon type of deal.
Yeah. Oh, the Grand Canyon is beautiful, dude.
True.
No, I've been there, and it's
God's
amazing.
creation.
Literally, like I've
is.
said this to people before. Like I thought it was gonna be shit. I was like,
Just a hole in the earth.
Fucking Grand Canyon, like whatever.
Yeah.
It took my breath away. Grand Canyon was amazing.
It is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Drew, what are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of a whole lot, but yeah, I mean, I was originally gonna piggyback off Ethan. Fear of death is looming, always looming over. Yeah, just like that unknown. I think we talked about like, would you rather know how
Or when.
Or when? Did we talk about on the pod? Did we?
Yeah.
We mentioned
so.
something about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that sucks. My actual fear that I just realized though is going to the bathroom and not having anything to dry my hands with.
That's been a thing for a minute now. So
My fear is this apartment.
you should have seen it. Did you
I
see
can't
how clean the
believe
front
that-
was?
The biggest nightmares of your life about this sauna room.
I was taking the biggest shit, now that you're speaking about being plugged up, and a spider fucking crawled out from behind my door, and I almost, if I would have had
Fuck
pants on,
spiders.
shit myself.
This place is terrifying. That's actually why I just got up. I didn't have to pee. I was just like getting the shakes from being here too long.
Got to take another breath. Got to jump back in there.
Have you guys ever been like, I'm just thinking of like stupid shit that could be seen as a fear, but like it's really just bullshit. Like at a haunted house, have you ever actually been drop dead, scared as fuck? At a
Yeah,
haunted
No.
house? I can't.
Never.
I
was
can't get
pretty
myself to be
scared
scared.
at a haunted house one time.
Really?
I don't like
I feel
them.
like as a youth, it's pretty easy. Like they can get you, but
I was in high school and we were at this haunted house, and like it's scary, you know?
yeah.
I can't get over the corniness.
Yeah, like
I
just
cannot
knowing
do
that
it.
it's just some dude on not a summer job, like some fall job. It's
Yeah.
like a gig that he's just doing, getting paid
Dude.
to run around, scream at you. I'm like, God,
It wasn't-
we're all walking around.
I was
here,
like
just-
getting pissed. I remember doing. You guys know the haunted hoochie.
the haunted
Yeah.
coochie.
So they're allowed to like touch you with their fake chainsaws.
Yeah.
I remember them doing that to me like all the time, and I like towards the end I'm just like, dog, like just
touching
stop.
me.
Yeah,
It's just annoying.
It's lost on me.
I was just
Yeah.
afraid of like the anticipation.
Yeah,
Not,
like, what's coming
They're not like
next.
really that scary themselves, but it's like the jump scares.
Yeah, jump scares could always.
That's the one thing that was the one thing that fucked me up.
One thing that I've gotten even more fearful of in my age that I used to not give a shit about because it was just fun as a kid, like flying. Oh, yeah, we're going on a flight. Hell yeah, like sick. Other than like your ears like popping and bursting because of the pressure and crying as like a 4-year-old because of that. other than that, flying was awesome. In my older age, I'm way more aware of what it is. You're literally in a tube hurtling over the fucking earth, like at top speeds.
This magical
and you're
thing.
just accepting it. And there's some dude being the best possible dude in the scenario to be like manning the plane. Obviously, like I wouldn't rather have one of us like flying the plane, but it's still just like it's all in one other person's hands. You're just flying with a bunch of people you don't even really know. And if you did tank, it's like, fuck. I'm with just a bunch of fucking strangers. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do if this thing actually does go down. But it's always good. Like, the chances of you actually crashing are low.
That was what I was at. I was actually going to mention plane crash, I think, is like my number one worst way to die.
I think it's the most rational fear, though. To be honest with you, like
Not really,
it
though.
could it
'Cause you
can
have a-
happen.
Yeah, it can happen, but you have like a better chance of dying. Like me and Cole had a better chance of dying on the way here than getting in a plane accident.
Drew's
like a fuck ton of
almost
things.
killed me in a car twice. So
Yep.
What am I shaking in my boots from? Nail files.
interesting.
So like I've always had this very irrational fear of how they feel and the sound.
Dude, this is misophonia or misophobia.
There's some word for it. But like
the noise that it makes you cringe, right?
it's like it almost makes me sick.
So like the chalkboard.
Not
type
as
of
much,
thing?
no, dude. The nail file has a very specific fucking sound.
I'm just saying that type of
But
thing.
yeah, like the audio, but even like touching it, the texture of it is very like off-putting and also really makes me grossed out. And I try to avoid them at all costs. So I think my fear lies within a nail salon. I think that's my haunted house.
Another one for me is going to a new grocery store,
And not knowing
where shit is. I guess that goes for any store.
I'm afraid of teenagers. They're just like so cool and content in like their own hierarchy, and you just maybe pass like a group of them one day walking wherever you are, and it's like shit. Like these guys, like
I'm not afraid of them, but they give me that energy where I'm like,
it's like it's
fuck.
big time, like stepbrother, like let's take the long way home type of
Yeah.
thing. So I don't
Let's cross
get
the
bullied
street.
into licking this
Yeah.
white dog shit.
Yeah.
It's that
They
type.
could literally just like say "fuck you,
Yeah.
bitch," and you would just
You'd
be
have
like,
to
yeah, all right.
think they'd
Yeah.
say much
All right.
worse.
You just got to kind of take it.
Yeah.
or
They
they'd
suck.
literally just be like, yo, we at school, you know the vibes? She.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, what is happening to you
Yeah.
children? And why are you all wearing extremely expensive Air Jordans?
I'm afraid of
Where
joggers.
are you getting the money for these Air Jordans?
I'm afraid of joggers that like jog on the inside of the street when there's clearly a sidewalk. Because part of me is like, what if this guy just decides like, oh, I'm done. I'm gonna jump into traffic right now.
or trips and falls.
Or yeah, even that too. Like
that is terrifying.
I hate that, especially when there's a sidewalk. Get the fuck off the street, motherfucker.
Getting buried
But,
alive
yeah.
also sounds terrible. That's also another fear of
Big
mine.
fear.
You guys can probably help. There's a movie where he's locked inside of a box underground and
Buried with Ryan Reynolds.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good movie.
My biggest
Kinda weird.
My biggest fear is like not having the stomach for all the chicken at the KFC hotel.
Yeah.
Not being able to gain 50 pounds.
I'm
while
scared that
there.
I'll die before I get to go to the KFC
Mhm.
hotel in London.
What a fucking podcast trip that would be, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude.
live pod from the Chicken Dome.
It's
That
called
would
the
be
House
so
of Har.
sick.
It's House of Harland. Is
Hell
what it's
yeah.
called.
Yeah. No, my biggest fear is what is my biggest fear? My biggest fear is like huge long toenails. That's disgusting. People don't cut their toenails.
Cut your
Cut your shit.
nails.
What else? I don't know.
I used to be real afraid of like witches back in the day. The idea of like witchcraft and spells and that shit. I was like, oh my god, like kind of funky. But now it's like, fuck you, witches. You ain't shit to me.
The
There are some witches
abominable
out there.
abominable snowman used to be a big fear of mine.
Was it
From,
after the
Oh,
From
yeah. From
Rudolph?
I'm a dentist.
Yeah, from Rudolph.
That's from Rudolph.
I was
isn't it?
really scared of it's like Saul when I was younger. I never even saw it, but like I was one time I was at this
Oh.
sleepover and they used to like play like these like weird like exclusive cuts from like these trailers from Saul on MTV, and everybody else had fallen asleep and the TV was still on, and one of those Saul commercials came on, and I was so scared. I was terrified.
Dude, that little doll, dude, Jigsaw is a funky motherfucker.
Yeah.
You could beat the shit out of him though.
Probably
Punt
not.
him.
I'm convinced you could just
You'd be stuck in
suplex
his
that
game,
boy.
dude. You'd be too busy stuck in one of his little puzzles.
I fear the next time I'll have sleep paralysis again, and my sleep
Dude.
paralysis demon. I truly
Have you
fear
had
it.
sleep paralysis?
Yeah, the feeling when like you're in this like almost limbo of like I want to wake up and
You can't.
I've like been screaming in my sleep trying to wake up, but like you're
remember-
you're like stuck.
You told me a story where like you you woke up to yourself screaming like under the blankets.
Yeah, no, I woke myself up from my like that's what I'm like my
Yeah.
like I was screaming in my sleep and like this sleep paralysis like half dream like just not able to become conscious like it's scary and it's like
It
terrifying.
sounds terrifying.
Like, it sucks.
The
I've
dr-
experienced that before too.
yeah.
And like I could never tell if it's actually sleep paralysis because I tell people about it and they're like, yeah, it's not it because everybody's a medical
a
professional.
hater.
Yeah.
A hater.
But yeah, it's just like your body is 100% awake
Yeah.
and you can't
Awaken what?
fucking move.
Awaken what state though? Like this state?
No, it's just you know that you're awake. Like that's basically it. You know you're awake and you're trying to like almost hurl your body to get it.
But
to
are
be
you
up.
viewing stuff in this
You can-
world, or are you viewing stuff
no.
in the
You're-
dream?
To
whatever
me, it would
is?
be well.
You know what I
Sometimes
mean?
It's not
literally
even like a
have-
dream state, but I'm not like my eyes are not open. I'm not here.
The only sleep paralysis I've ever heard of was like people in their beds, like waking up, essentially waking up, but not being able to like
Yeah.
move.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
they're
you
still
feel
in the
you
dream
feel stuck,
state.
like you
Yeah,
feel
that's
constrained,
what-
like you've
yeah.
been tied up in like a bag, and like you have like this very strict, like rigid range of motion that you can't go beyond. Sometimes it's like not like visual, because like the time I was screaming in it, it wasn't visual, but there's been other times where it's like I fixate on something. Maybe even in the room or like I don't know, like around me, where it's like that turns into like the quote unquote
The
sleep
thing.
paralysis demon that like
Yeah.
you like are it's like terrifying.
Turns
You
into a
stare
face
at,
or
like
some
it's,
shit.
and then you can't escape it because you can't fucking wake up and you want nothing more than to wake up. It's that that sucks.
Interesting, dude. We're all scared.
My sleep paralysis demon is Bargain Bobby, dude.
Yeah, dude. Visiting.
You just hear him. Can I get that off of you for $30?
I'll take your sheets for 20.
I'll take those toenails for 50 cents each.
So top two, flop two
flop two, top two
of rich ass
two.
motherfuckers.
What?
of rich people.
Rich bitches.
Top two, flop two of rich people.
Can I start off with a sad one?
Yeah.
A sad one?
It's not really sad. It's just sad in the moment.
Because he's dead?
No, he's well alive. So,
What's with you starting?
Just
All
start.
right, I
just
won't
do
start.
it. No, go ahead, Sam.
no.
Go.
I'm
I want you to
bowing
start.
silence.
Sam, I want you to
Start.
start.
I was kidding.
Lionel Messi. I
Oh,
don't know if
yeah.
you've heard
Yeah.
him in the news.
Cool.
He's dangerously wealthy. He's at the tier of like Cristiano Ronaldo, where I don't think his contract necessarily is where he's getting his money.
His endorsements.
It's endorsements and
Yeah.
like his cleats and shit like that. So he's filthy rich, but he just transferred from Barcelona, where he's been for like 22 years.
Going to Paris Saint-Germain.
Started off when he was 13, dude, playing at Barcelona, and is leaving. It was a sad day. He wanted to take like a 50% cut on his salary, and they still didn't want to keep him, but PSG
How
is
old is he?
33, I believe.
I think he's old. He's got to be older than that.
I think he's 33.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's your second?
I'm just going to take him just because, but Jeffrey Bezos. We'll take the Rocket Man. I
Okay.
think he needs a spot in the top two.
Yeah. If you're building a fantasy squad of ultra rich billionaires, he's got to be
Bezos.
in the talk.
He's not like the captain of that team.
No.
but
But he
He's
has
a
been-
VP.
He's in
He's
there.
there.
Behind Lionel Messi. He's the VP.
I'm going to go with Bad Girl Riri. Recent billionaire.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That
I
was
forgot.
recent.
She's a billionaire now.
Fenty.
Yeah. God, Rihanna, you can do no wrong.
Mm.
And then number two, also kind of like a Bezos type guy, but this dude's way chiller. Richard Branson. Richard
okay.
Branson is cool as fuck.
He owns an island.
He owns a lot of things.
That's a good
The
top
Virgin.
two.
I can't believe what is Virgin Mobile doing to make this amount of money?
They're doing nationwide cell service for
Everybody?
Yep.
They do a lot of
Okay.
things.
So it's behind the scenes.
I read one of his books. He's pretty interesting.
I was thinking more like Verizon. Like they
Right.
were a Verizon or an AT&T or
Yeah.
something like that. But
Top 2 Billies. Number 1, Mackenzie Bezos,
Oh my God.
who already
Mackenzie.
has given more to charity than Jeff.
Don't show me, dude.
Already. I mean, that's just impressive shit right there. She's literally, I think she's given away, I'm going to be inaccurate on this stat. I want to say in the ballpark of 10 billion in the past
10 billion?
Yeah, in the past like 2 years.
I thought I read like 250 million, which is still shocking to
That
me.
was Jeff.
Oh.
And she did it all without a cowboy
Shout out
hat.
Jeff.
Yeah, that, she,
No
and his
cowboy
crazy laugh, dude.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's so good.
Oh. Okay, and then my second spot, can I reserve a spot? Because I know he's going to be a billionaire.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be a
Sure.
billionaire.
You're
Just
just a
like
rich-ass
super rich
motherfucker.
people.
Tony Hawk.
Okay.
I mean, Tony Hawk is
Hype.
probably already a millionaire. Curious what his net worth is.
I don't think he's probably not a billionaire, but
No.
he's,
I'll look it up.
He's wealthy as
My guess,
fuck.
below 50.
50 million?
Mm-hmm. Net worth.
I bet he's like 100.
From the game, like all he's doing now,
He's got 140 million.
Tony's doing
He
it
might get
right.
there.
He's
Might get
kick flipping
there.
his way to a bill.
I don't think he'll ever be a billionaire, honestly.
I'm not sure if these guys are billionaires or not, but David Cho taking equity in Facebook or stock in Facebook after doing the mural at the original office instead of rather than just taking a check, and obviously that blows up, and I think that gets him his massive nest egg. Artist, therapeutic human,
He's a beast.
just an absolute beast, entertainer, fun to listen to, cool show. Yeah. Number 2, a debate between, I wanted to say
Pick one.
I know. I wanted to say Dr. Dre, but I'm taking Jay-Z and like more so like the Carters in general. Jay-Z and Beyonce as a unit. But I would just say it's Jay-Z.
Are you taking Blue?
No. I mean,
You're not taking
she
the
didn't make
kids?
any of the money. She didn't make any of this money. But Jay-Z, just an absolute businessman, rapper, extraordinaire mogul, fingers in all the pies, different businesses all over the place, just trying to diversify himself, just an absolute beast. I'm not sure if he's a billionaire yet, but I would assume that's got to be a goal of his. Like, I'm sure that number is on his mind.
A unit.
An absolute beast. So those are my top 2, David Cho and Jay-Z.
Those are fat.
I really wasn't thinking far into not flop or whatever the fuck it is. Flop 2. I'm just gonna go for unpopular opinion. Mark Zuckerberg. I think he's just a reptilian-looking motherfucker, and he's just any picture I think I've ever seen of him, he's just looked not human. Whether it's him lotioning way too much suntan lotion on his face, in white facing essentially, I guess.
Smoking those meats.
Yeah, and his sweet baby rays. Another one. This is tough, dude. I'm going to go with Steve Jobs.
You're flopping Steve.
Really?
More or less because I
For
can't
his
think
per-
of anybody
For his
else.
personality, like
I
he
just
was
think,
harsh
yeah,
on people.
I've heard he's a terrible dude and he stinks.
And there's always the debate that like on the back end, like it was all Wozniak and he was more so just like the orchestrator or the dude who was
Just
like able
told-
to corral everybody
Yeah.
together. A visionary in its own right, but not like in the technical side of actually like the coding and stuff like that.
But yeah, I've just heard
yeah,
pretty terrible stories about the man's personality. And
washing his feet in the toilet.
is just a weirdo.
Steve
So-
Jobs is dead.
I'm dead.
Steve Jobs.
Michael Jackson is dead.
Walt Disney.
Dead.
Dead.
Oh, okay. Could it be dead billionaires for these
Sure.
flops? Because that makes
You
it that
can
opens
take-
it up a little
Yeah,
bit.
you can take whoever you want.
That was
I'm
it.
gonna-
Steve
Flop.
Jobs and
Zuck.
Cluckerberg.
I'm just going to go with the pander pick to our more liberal folks out there and say fuck Donald Trump.
That's
That
what I
one's
was gonna
pretty
say,
easy.
but yeah.
And then my seconds, I'm gonna say flop Al Horford. Just
I don't like Al Horford.
just
Are you
huge,
kidding?
Just huge contract, doesn't play anymore. Just like,
I have a soft
He's
spot in
gonna
my
s-
heart for Al Horford.
He's gonna surprise you this year.
oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's what they say about Al Horford every year.
Al.
Al Horford's gonna put up MVP
He's
numbers
like
this
guaranteed
year.
9 rebounds, bro.
Yeah.
Does this man have like a crazy bank? Like, is it just massive? Like, how?
He's been known to be finessing.
But
like a
also,
lot
like
of
contracts.
this past year, he was on OKC and he just didn't play
Yeah, he didn't
the
play.
entire year.
Yeah.
For how
And
much?
I think I just looked it up. I'm pretty sure he has like a $140 million contract.
He got traded though, you know that.
Yeah, he's on Boston now, right?
Back to the Celtics.
Not
Yeah,
playing
well,
more?
He's gonna not play more.
I don't
Good
know.
for him, dude. He's finessing the bag.
He's got to play now.
A little bit of sports
Tristan
talk.
Thompson's
The
gone.
Celtics not making a lot of moves. They didn't make a lot of moves in free agency. They're trying to retain a cap space spot for when a
Yeah.
larger player will
Mhm.
become available
Mhm.
in the
Mhm.
following summers.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
Yep.
Without Kemba there, you feel like they got to bring in like a Schroeder type guy, or
I think they were happy to get rid of Kemba.
yeah,
He was too much of a shooting guard, point guard, throwing up too many bricks. So yeah, bring in more of a point guard.
you think that Marcus
Chris Paul
Smart?
type.
You think that Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown can hold it down?
Yeah, they just
And-
had a bad year.
Okay.
I mean, Jaylen Brown had a great year, but they'll get back on track.
good guys, but fuck the Celtics.
Okay, who are my flop two? One of them is Martin Shkreli.
Ooh,
Okay.
Fuck Martin
Solid.
Shkreli.
solid flop.
For pretty obvious reasons. Holding that
Martin.
what was it? Was it insulin?
Price of AIDS medicine.
AIDS medicine.
Which, I mean, I think it's a common practice in a capitalistic fucking like pharmaceutical business to
Yeah.
raise these prices, but fuck that guy.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
fuck-
a good look.
it's just bad, and he
It's
plays
definitely not a
in.
good look.
He plays into being a villain so hard. Like he loves it. He loves
Yeah.
the villain attention.
He's straight up in jail right now too,
I think
right?
he is,
He's
yeah.
in the clinker.
He's
For what?
clanked. Well,
Just being a fucking
Just being
douche.
being a dickhead.
Uh,
Being in my
sir-
flop too.
Sir, you're being locked up for just being a dick.
You're in Drew's flop too, getting the
Damn, that's a good pick.
Yeah, and he's holding that Wu-Tang album too. Still,
That bitch.
my other one, I'll go, Steve Ballmer.
I was thinking Steve Ballmer too. Funny guy.
Yeah, kind of funny guy, but like, it's too much.
He's
There's too much going on
He's
there.
so-
If you don't know who Steve Ballmer is, owner of the Clippers and Microsoft, right? Microsoft. I hope I'm not fucking.
Is he a
that up.
partial owner in Microsoft?
He's
Then he
like
must own
he's
like the
the
Seahawks too, right? I thought the owner of Microsoft.
Who's the?
Is it Microsoft?
Microsoft's
or
Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Well, I
right?
know he's not the CEO. He's
No,
or
you
maybe-
invented Microsoft.
yeah, he's the CEO of Microsoft from
Oh,
2000 to 2014.
yeah. Bill
What
Gates
the
isn't
fuck?
the CEO.
He's
anymore.
like
He's just
has
a
like an
founder,
executive chair or some
essentially.
there you
shit.
go. I shouldn't have second guessed myself. Yeah.
There you go.
Who is
But,
this man?
Oh yeah.
Steve Ballmer.
Steve Ballmer, but
He's
he
the owner of
owns
the
the Clippers,
Clippers.
and he's like known for going absolutely fucking insane on the sidelines.
You've probably seen that video of him where he's like, they're at a press conference and he's like, "This is really cool. That's really cool." And he's like
it was
clapping.
it was when they had they signed Paul George and Kawhi,
Yeah.
and they were both together. He's like,
Like,
"This is pretty cool."
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Who am I thinking of?
And he just he's a
The
fucking
dude that
weirdo.
had the daughter that had made the racial comments. I thought that was a
that's,
Clippers dude.
Fuck, what's his name? Why am I blanking on this?
Clippers got a
Um,
daughter? I don't
Donald
know.
Sterling.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that right?
That dude is at the
Can
bottom.
I sub out?
He's
I'm
flopped.
subbing out Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg, you're back. Donald Sterling, you're in.
Donald Sterling is
Hey.
universally flopped.
Welcome to the squad.
Welcome. You're hated.
All right, my flop two. I don't even know the full backstory of this guy, but I've heard a lot about him recently. I think he just died as well. This McAfee guy who like saved everybody's computers with like the virus, the antivirus shit, but then like could have killed somebody
John
in like
McAfee
South America.
went crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like I don't.
Do you want me to give a quick?
I think
little
I
background
have
real quick?
McAfee on my
do.
computer.
Okay, so
Please do, because I don't know all this stuff.
John McAfee.
He's a flopper.
John McAfee creates that company, McAfee, whatever. It's computer virus. shit.
Cybersecurity
He gets
shit.
super rich. Then slowly, this is all just sped up very quick how I'm telling this. He went fucking crazy, and he lost all of his money during the recession because of these like bad investments in real estate. And then he like moved to this island somewhere in South America, and he started like experimenting with all these like weird ass drugs and was trying to like start like a medicine company to like cure cancer. Then he starts buying a bunch of guns, getting involved with like the local gangsters, and he turned into like a kingpin, like Scarface-esque figure down in this town.
Pushing everything.
And he was like controlling everything in this little town. Then his neighbor got murdered, and he became like the person of interest in like basically like a international manhunt.
Really?
And then he got arrested. He like faked his own heart attack to get out of it, and then they arrested him again.
There's a documentary somewhere, right?
Yeah, and then like just recently
He died.
He died. They say that he committed suicide in jail, but he left all these notes for people that said, if I ever die in jail and it comes out that it was suicide, you better believe that either A, I'm still alive, or B, it was not suicide.
How many times does that happen though? Where they find notes like that?
Yeah, he was a wild person.
Yeah.
Damn.
Second flop. I wanted it to be like maybe like a dictator who lines their and family's pockets. I was thinking of interesting ones of maybe like Genghis Khan, because I remember hearing an interesting fact about like how he like was the wealthiest motherfucker on earth at one point, and then I was thinking about Saddam Hussein, who was like had gold desks and all this fucking shit, like unbelievable wealth. But then I just said, fuck it, it's another dead one, but fuck Jeffrey Epstein, you're a flop too, motherfucker.
Another great
Big old
one.
flop.
Yeah.
Big old
I
flop.
am hoping everybody's heard of this man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's a
flop
pretty,
him.
pretty well known.
He's
name.
great dude.
Hey, well, shit, guys, we did it again.
Yeah,
We did it.
29 down, big 30 coming up.
30.
Follow us on at rh.pod on Instagram.
And hip thrust that motherfucking like button.
Yeah.
You bitches.
Do all
Also,
the
Like
things.
it.
hey, if you're not having a good day,
Back to sad.
then just drink some water
And listen to
stretch,
the pod.
and don't listen to the entire slowed and reverbed blonded YouTube video.
Okay. All right. Good advice.
Damn.
Love you guys. Fuck ya.
Peace.
Have a great day.
Bye.